everyone, it is the 1st of December, so I'm officially into Christmas mode, and I am going to do this page here, or some of it. I'm just going to explain which book it is from. It is from Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten, she says very quickly, hoping you won't notice her bad German, by Rita Berman. Now this is a compilation book of 4 of Rita's books. So this picture is actually in another book as well of hers, which you may have, which is Mein Spaziergang. So it's in her winter book, I think. I don't have it, but I'm pretty sure. And what this page is actually a double page if we look, because the strings go across. But I'm going to be concentrating on this page. This page is a Advent page. You zoom in a little, you can start to see some of the numbers. Now every item, there are numbers from 1 to 24. Not every item's got a number. What I'm going to do is work through in order, release a daily video from the 1st to 24th for you, colouring one item or more. You see, some of the items like this one haven't got a number, so when we get to a day like this, when the item is quite plain and hasn't got a lot going on with it detail wise, I'll probably do another one with it, and I might even do some other things from the facing page. It all depends how long the videos take. These are probably going to be shorter, looking at the pictures, but that could be useful for me because it's a busy time of year, and for you because I suspect you're really busy as well. So zooming in on 9 and 10, let's find our number 1. Oops, and get zoomed in so that we can see it, get it into the middle. There we go. So as you can see, it's a bell. So we're going to go for our bell. Now I'm going to do it in a metallic look to the bell. I like doing that sort of thing. But I've done gold a lot of times for you before, and silvers. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do it gold, but I'm going to do it slightly different so that you get an idea of a different way of doing it. Why not? Now I'm using my Faber Castell Polychromos. I'm using those. I'm going to use the same pencils for the whole page. I decided on grabbing this set because we've got 120, we've got lots of colours. Obviously I might be deciding to do Christmassy colours, but then what is a Christmas colour? Is it gold or silver? Is it green or red? Is it pink or purple? Is it white like snow? Is it blue like frost? Who knows? So we could have all sorts of colours going on here. I'm not going to think about a colour palette at the minute. I'm just going to concentrate on our bell. Let's stop talking and get colouring, huh? I'm going to start with the Walnut Brown. I will show it to you in a moment, just in case I was going to say, just in case you're not listening. If you're not listening, oh dear, I'm going to stop speaking. Here is the Walnut Brown. Is that the best? It's really, the light's bad, isn't it? And we don't want lots of this. It's just to start us off with a bit of shadow and edging. So I'm going to pop it all the way along the edge here. And I'm doing I'm going to just come back along and scumble. So that circular movement, people call that scumbling. I don't know if that's an official art term. I can't imagine it is, but does it matter? No. Now I'm thinking about that. I thought, oh, is that the bell? But I think that's the bow. So I'm going to, I don't know about this. Is it a solid thing or is it a hook? I'm going to have a think while I do the rest. Now you notice I'm sort of ignoring Rita's patterning. I might do something with it after, but I want to get my gold idea down first. I'm going to put a line across there because the shadow also will separate it from there. We'll get this done first and we'll see how we go. So now we want a lighter brown. What should I go for? I think I'll go for this one. If I can get it out, I can. It is the Bistre. You notice if you have seen my Polychromos videos that I've got some new ones. My old ones were very short, so they found their way to the retirement home. I'm not going to tell you where that is because you might get a little upset. I know some people hang on to their baby pencils and can't bear to part with them, but I've decided that I've got a lot of art things, which I'm very lucky to own. I've got no regrets about the amount of beautiful things I have, but I haven't really got room for things that I'm not going to use. So those have gone. Let's just say they've gone. Okay, so you see what I did? I just extended that brown area, just scumbling it to mix the colours together. And we'll go around, slightly around here. I'm really only going over the brown that's there because it's quite a small area. Next colour, I'm going to go for an even lighter brown. I think we will. I think we'll go for this one, which is quite a short one. It's number 182. I don't know if you can even see it. I think it's brown ochre. I'm just going to check because I need to know for when I write it down for you anyway. Yes, brown ochre, and we'll go right over the top, I think, of everything and just extend that brown area. And this is a bit warmer, so it'll begin to warm us up a little bit colour-wise, which is nice. Now, I have also been thinking about this number. I think I'm just going to colour over that and ignore it, because I think it's quite fun with an advent picture if you can't always see the number, especially on a normal advent calendars. The light yellow ochre. Ooh. So we're going to do the same again. Just go over. Some advent calendars, the pictures are mixed around, so you have to hunt for them. That's quite fun. So maybe if we sort of incorporate these numbers into the picture without making them stand out, means you might have to hunt for them, which is quite fun. So I'm going right over everything and just getting a loose light edge and a bit around here. I don't think we remember to do the light one on there. Do a little bit. You don't want to jump from one shade to another too quickly, and with regards to, you wouldn't want to go from there to there, whoops, because it's quite difficult to get that, get it blended nicely. Now we're going to do something different. That's quite similar to what we normally do. We're going to put some orange in, just to make it a slightly different gold tone. I'm just having a look at my oranges. I don't want to go for a really brash, bright orange. I think I'm going to use this one, which I think is the orange Glaze. Yes, it is. I'm going to give it a sharpen. Yeah, he's getting a bit small, isn't he? I had a comment the other day, actually, someone saying they would get really cramped fingers colouring with such small pencils, and yes, you would if you did it for a long time and fast. I totally agree. Can you see how that's really warming up that gold? It's making it look different. It might end up looking coppery or brassy even, but that's okay. Give us a different look, which was the idea after all. There we go. So I've overlapped a little bit of orange. You can see a little layer of orange going around there, but not too much. We're going to move on to, I'm going to use that. Yeah. See, I planned this really well, can't I? This is the dark cadmium yellow. Ooh. You can see that one a bit more easily, can't we? And I'm going to go over the whole thing with this. I want to start blending all the colours together. I may want to darken that outside edge a little bit after. I'll have a look when it's done. And this will help to sort of blend in that orange a little bit. It's really bright. I quite enjoy doing an Advent theme. It's really fun. There's quite a stripe there, isn't it, that orange? What I'm going to do is get me good English, my brown ochre, and just blend that in a bit, because it's a bit too much for my liking. We'll work a bit more on that in a minute. We'll grab our last colour first, which is a light cadmium yellow. You can just about make out the wording. Now, as always, we want to leave a little bit of white. I realise I've forgotten the what's it called? Clapper? I don't know. I was going to use another word, but I don't think I want to use that word. Might get censored from YouTube. Oops. But anyway, I'm just doing it all over to try and make it look nice and shiny. Might attract even more spam comments onto my videos than the ones I get already. So I'm just going to do a bit of orange on that one like we did up top, just the smallest bit. Then in with the light yellow ochre and the dark cadmium yellow and the light cadmium yellow. I didn't bother showing those to camera, did I? Oh well, hopefully it'll be alright. Now I'm still not happy with that orange streak. I'm wondering, I'm going to go back over actually. I'm going to do the walnut brown again because I want to define those edges a little bit more. And once I've done that, I'm just going to take that colour in a bit further. Once I've done that, I might try some other browns and see if we can blend those colours just a little bit better. There we go. Maybe I'll go in with my orange now. So remember, this is the orange glaze. There we go. I think that side is looking okay, but this side not so happy with. Thinking if I put some more orange here, we can blend it into that bit. I'm actually going to get my eraser and rub out a little bit of that. So this is my Tombow Mono Zero. I'm just going to erase a bit of that. Oh, that's better. I'm much happier with that now. I'm going to go in with my light, whoops, with my light yellow ochre and just try and finish off really, blending everything together, blending in that orange and the brown and bringing it all up together. So you see I'm a bit less practiced with the orange. It's taken me a little bit more time to get the look that I'm happy with, but that's okay. It's all the fun of experimenting and trying new things. But I'm happy with this now. It looks nice and warm, I would say, so that's good. We're going to do the bow. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with. Anyway, let's forget about that for now. We'll grab this pencil and start our bow. This is number 217, which I think I know what it is, the middle cadmium red. Okay, and I'm going to do all the dark bits. This is my darkest colour. So in here, where that bow is gathered and tight, it'll be darker, and here. Now in here, be even darker, just along this edge, really deep inside the loop, and then it'll be a bit lighter at the top. So I'm going to not completely fill that with the dark colour, and the dark here. Now you can always use another colour to darken. Red isn't particularly dark, so if I'm finding it's not quite looking the way I want, I might go in with a darker colour later. But let's carry on now. We've got a Scarlet Red. Oh, can I make that show up? There? Maybe. Okay. This is a more orangey red, but that's okay. We're moving sort of towards the oranges. So I'm doing in there. You can see how that top bit is lighter than this bit, which is exactly what I wanted. And here, the same. Putting down enough layers so it looks fairly solid, because that's going to be my last layer of colour on there. I'm hoping, if it all looks good at the end. So this one I'm fading now, and I'm putting a bit here, because I think the reflection on that ribbon is going to be there. So I want that bit to be a bit lighter. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to come in with a lighter red in a minute. So we've got that there, and then along this edge again. But try and loosen that edge. Don't make a sharp line, so it's easier to blend in your other colour. and then here. Now if you don't have this book, you can use these techniques for any bell design. I'm pretty sure, having not double checked, that Johanna has got a bell in her Advent calendar if you're doing hers, but I'm also pretty sure that she's got some bells in some of her pictures. So thinking there's a great circular one with lots of little things in. I'm sure there's bells in there. Our last red is the Pale Geranium Lake. Oh, there you go. So I'm going to pull this together. I'm not sure if I want to leave any white, just a tiny hint. So I'm just gradually closing that gap and looking and thinking, do I want that white? Yes, I'm happy with that level. That you need to sort of have a think about what works for you. And then the same with this one. So just start bringing it in from each side, layer by layer. I don't know if you can really quite see. And yeah, sort of match up to the other side as best you can. And then the same with this bit. And then have a look, move away and look at it all and think about if it's working for you. It's always a really good, I find that if I, similar here, I want a little bit of colour on the top, where if I leave the room, pop out, make a tea or something, come back and look at my picture, it's always a really good way to do it, because then you get a really good opportunity to see what it's like. I've decided that this is a loop and it's not going to be coloured in, because I look at this one, this is just a thin string. So I am going to leave it like that. So that is actually my completed bell. Now we've been 17 minutes, so I'm not going to do anything else today on this page. I'm just going to leave it at the bell. So I think there's quite a lot of different techniques to think about and learn on that one anyway. So I hope that was useful, and thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring.